Hello and welcome to Veterans Medals Workshop. We're really glad to have you here today because we have an exciting story. We have a brand new United States military medal that actually dates its lineage back over 100 years. So, the Department of Defense, now known as the War Department, has authorized a new medal, the Mexican Border Defense Medal, and it dates its lineage all the way back to 1916 when it was initially organized and authorized. So let me tell you where it came from, what it is now, and where it's going to fit in United States military awards. I think you're going to find this a really interesting story. So come on, let's get going.
Okay, let's start where all good military history starts, with the original. In 1916, the United States mobilized over 150,000 National Guard and regular Army troops from all over the United States following border raids by Pancho Villa leading Mexican soldiers. This was serious business. Troops deployed, armed and ready, but largely serving on United States soil. To recognize that service, Congress established the Mexican Border Service Medal in 1918. The raid on Columbus, New Mexico in March of 1916 was led by the Mexican revolutionary Pancho Villa. The town was attacked and soldiers and civilians killed. It was the first foreign attack on U.S. soil since the 1800s, and it got Washington's attention fast. President Woodrow Wilson ordered punitive expeditions into Mexico commanded by John J. Pershing, the goal to capture Pancho Villa, and there was mass mobilization of the National Guard to secure the entire U.S.-Mexican border. Here's a key point. The Guard wasn't chasing Villa, they were holding the line at home. Most of the Guard units served 6 to 9 months and were released by early 1917, just before the U.S. entered World War I. It was a great training ground for World War I because the units had to establish field operations, logistics, and command structure, as you can see by these enormous camps which they created down on the border of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. As you can see in this picture, the soldiers actually dug in along the border. And for you World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and Cold War veterans, you'll notice that the mess kit didn't change much from 1916 to what, 1999? The border also saw the first deployment of Army aviation, the 1st Aero Squadron, which, as you can see in this picture, was not particularly welcomed by the horses. Many of these young National Guardsmen would later deploy to France a year later. This was probably the last time that you saw U.S. Army bands mounted on horseback. So the National Guard troops deployed, armed and ready, but largely served on U.S. soil. To recognize that service, Congress established the Mexican Border Service Medal in 1918. But there's an important distinction, and you need to understand this. If you crossed into Mexico with General Pershing, you got the Mexican Service Medal. If you stayed on the border, you got the Mexican Border Service Medal. That was a clean, professional distinction, and the Army got it right. The 1916 version of the Mexican Border Service Medal had the recipient's name engraved on the reverse of the medal and a serial number stamped on the bottom edge of the medal as shown here. Would be remiss if I did not mention that there was also a special medal for Mexican service for the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps. Same medal on the front, different backs for the Navy and the Marines. The front of the Mexican Border Service Medal is clean, bold, and unmistakably early 20th century in its design. At the center stands a vertical Roman sword. That sword represents readiness, discipline, and the willingness to defend the nation at a moment's notice. There's no clutter, no battlefield scene, no figure of victory, just a sword. And that tells you this was not a campaign medal for combat. This was a medal for standing ready on the line. Surrounding the design is a simple inscription that reads Mexican Border Service Medal, and it's framed in a style that reflects the transition period between classical military design and the emerging Art Deco influence in the early 20th century. The reverse side, you find the crossed emblems of the fighting arms of the United States Army at that time. Cross rifles for the infantry, cross cannons for the artillery, and the cross sabers representing the cavalry. Together they formed a balanced composition that reflects the combined strength of the Army on the border in 1916. As mentioned earlier, the recipient's name was engraved on the back and a number was stamped on the bottom rim. In 1918, the Mexican Border Service Medal came after the Mexican Service Medal and before the United States World War I Victory Medal. Now let's move ahead to today. Over the past several years, United States military personnel have once again been deployed along the southern border, not for combat operations, but in support roles for surveillance, engineering, logistics, and support to custom and border protection. And for a while, the troops there received the Armed Forces Service Medal, but that didn't quite sit right. So in 2025, the Department of Defense, now called the Department of War or War Department, did something unusual. It created a new medal, the Mexican Border Defense Medal. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting and frankly a little controversial. Instead of designing a brand new medal, the Department of Defense reached back to 1918 and reused the same design, same ribbon, same colors, same symbolism. And I'll tell you something straight, it's not something we see very often in U.S. awards. Usually every new medal gets a new identity. In this one, it deliberately ties today's soldiers to the soldier of 1916, and it's a brilliant historical connection. Today, the new Mexican Border Service Medal goes before the Armed Forces Service Medal and after the Korean Defense Service Medal, as shown in this rack of ribbons. To authorize a new medal, a service member must be assigned to a qualifying operation, permanently assigned, attached, or detailed to a unit supporting a Department of Defense mission assisting customs and border protection, anywhere within 100 nautical miles of the U.S.-Mexican border to include Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, or up to 24 nautical miles offshore, and a 30-day total time requirement, which can be consecutive or non-consecutive. Yes, the date of the award is backdated to an effective date beginning January the 20th, 2025. If a service member has already received the Armed Forces Service Medal for this mission, they can apply to exchange it for the new Mexican Border Defense Medal, but they cannot hold both medals for the same period of service.
So there you have it, a brand new medal with a 100-year-old history, a different mission, a different century, but the same duty. And it does what medals are supposed to do. It tells a story of service. So thank you for watching today, and as always, please subscribe. It'll keep us in business, and we'll do our best to be the best channel out there to tell you about United States military awards.
Special thanks to Medals of America and Fountain Inn, South Carolina, for providing all of the ribbons and medals that you see, and for the availability of the brand new Mexican Border Defense Medal.